It is a dude bro show.
It is very much a boy show.
Yeah, a man show.
Well, all right.
Yeah, competition, guy, just dudes being dudes.
It's just dudes rock.
Dudes rock. Welcome back to another episode of Is This For Kids? I am Jonathan Bearded Blevins.
I am Katie, MrsRuvi.
And we are going to do our third part of YouTube.
YouTubes.
It's a series of tubes.
There was a congressman once who described the internet as a series of tubes on the floor of the Congress. I don't even know who it was. I just remember seeing it on The Daily Show like 10 years ago. It's hilarious.
I have no idea what that means, but when I hear series of tubes, I think of like a hamster cage.
Yeah.
Where they run through.
Yeah, that's what the internet
stuff like
is,
that.
according to that particular congressman.
Sweet. We talked about whether or not YouTube is for kids. Go check that out if you haven't watched it yet, if this is your first episode that you're watching. We also talked about Mr. Beast and whether or not Mr. Beast and his channel are okay for kids to watch. And now we're going to talk about one of the other most famous YouTube channels of all time.
Very popular among children.
DUDEPERFECT. Dude, that's perfect. Do you want to give a little summary of DUDEPERFECT? Since you find them annoying.
Hey, way to jump the
Sorry.
gun. Cart before the horse. DUDEPERFECT is five, six. How many of them are there?
I feel like they go back and
alternate.
forth. There's
Anyway,
been
a group of guys.
it's a group of fellas.
A group of men who get together.
It's five.
I thought it was five.
It's five.
Dang it! I just need to trust my instinct.
Yeah.
DUDEPERFECT is a group of five guys who get together and they do stunts. They do little skits and challenges, kinds of things. It's not terribly dissimilar from Mr. Beast, but kind of without the giving stuff away aspect of it. It's much more like, how far can you throw this football?
Yeah, much more athletic, I would
yes,
say.
it's a
than
lot
the
more
Mr. Beast
physical
videos.
challenge. Do you remember Double Dare, the TV show?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot like the physical challenge of Double Dare, but always.
but way more fun.
Just over and over and over.
Did you see the Vegas video that DUDEPERFECT did? Where I think it was Vegas, where they threw the basketball like from a ridiculous, like high up building, and it took them forever, and it showed like how many shots it took, and they finally made one from off the top of like a skyscraper.
That's crazy.
That it is a dude bro show.
It is very much a boy show.
Yeah, a man show.
Well, all right.
Yeah, competition, guy, just dudes being dudes.
It's just dudes rock.
Dudes rock. 2024, and one of the cool things that helps to make them famous, and something that they still think they're trying to do, is they like to break world records. And who doesn't want to do that?
I am pretty sure I have broken the world record for most Diet Dr. Peppers drank in a single sitting.
Wow. Did you know that I am actually part of a world record?
No.
I'm dead serious.
What is it?
I have ordered more Taco Bell past 2 o'clock in the morning than any human being in the last 5 years. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's not it. But I actually am part of a world record. You might remember that I did a thing called Super Squares.
I do remember
over
Super Squares.
a couple years. It might be coming back, but we won't do any free ads here. I will tell you that I was part of the largest squares game of all time that we accomplished at Super Squares. So it costs a lot of money to get put into the Guinness Book of World Records, which is kind of weird to me. So I don't know if it's actually in there or not, but we did break the record.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So like DUDEPERFECT for me, you find them on YouTube. They do live events as well. And I don't know if are you familiar with what they do at their live events?
No. I have an idea of what it would be in my mind.
At the end of a lot of their live events, these are, I don't know if all of them are, guys. And by the way, like if you look up, try to find research on DUDEPERFECT. There's so many videos that they have.
Yeah.
It's hard to find like what is 100% factual. I know that many of them, if not all of them, are Christian. And they will have like almost revivals like at their live events. Like they'll be done and they'll have like music and like they'll be preaching and they're like, hey, God loves you.
Yeah. That's actually the first thing that my son said to me when he's like, hey, can I watch DUDEPERFECT? And I was like, I don't know, what is this? And I was kind of bored watching it and I was not into it as much as he was. And he's like, Mom, they're Christians. My daughter's like, yeah, Mom, they're Christians. Like, if your kids are going to try to sell DUDEPERFECT on you and you're more, conservative-ish in how you raise your kids, they're more likely to try to like, just being Christian does not give you a pass to be on YouTube, but our kids will always throw it out there like, but Mom,
Yeah.
They're religious.
So, but Dude Perfect for me, I feel like is one of the best best YouTube channels that you can watch with your kids. Because it's fun, it's funny, it's entertaining for both. Like, I don't know, I've got an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old boy.
Yeah.
My 3-year-old daughter wouldn't care. She'd probably watch because if the screen's on, she's probably gonna watch. But like my 8-year-old, I have not watched a bunch of Dude Perfect with him yet, but I'm going to soon because I was watching some videos to get ready for this, and there's like, I just know my 8-year-old's gonna be like, oh my gosh, yeah, Dad. And then he's gonna go downstairs and see like how many times he can make a basket in a row and just start to do, and that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like Dude Perfect is for 7 and up, 6 and up. Let your kids watch it, have fun, put it on the big screen, watch as a family.
There you go. I agree with the age range that Dude Perfect is appropriate for 7 and up. They don't swear. There's not a lot of, inappropriate humor or anything like that. They're totally nice guys. Just for me, as a mom, I find it a little annoying. They are slightly more annoying to me than the Mr. Beast guys because they're a little bit more, this might be a really niche description. I'm sorry if it doesn't track for you, but like, do you remember your youth minister in high school? And like, when they would come out and be like, yo, youths, what up? I'm here to talk to you about the Lord. And you're like, oh, come on. And it kind of makes you want to roll your eyes and be like, get out of here with that. They do have that vibe a lot to me. And that puts me off a bit.
Dudes Rock 2024.
Sure. But that's the only criticism. It's very silly. It doesn't appeal to me as a human. I would prefer to watch Mr. Beast if I have to sit and watch something with my kids. But it's perfectly accessible, or it's perfectly acceptable.
There's no sex stuff. There's no language. It is very family friendly. I think by the way, that trick shot was 856 feet that they hit in 2023. Tallest basketball shot from a building in Vegas. How crazy is that? That is so cool. Dudes Rock 2024. Honestly, I've only ever heard one complaint from a parent, and I don't think they've ever watched the video because there's a character that shows up in the skits called the Rage Monster, who just destroys stuff. But it is so funny and ironic. It's just absolutely silly. I'm like, yeah, it's like the Tasmanian Devil. It's great.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Dude Perfect, super awesome. Mrs. Ruvi loves the YouTube channel.
So great.
And does not get youth minister vibes.
Strong youth minister.
These were our first 3 episodes about YouTube. A general one about whether or not YouTube is for kids, one on Mr. Beast, and one on Dude Perfect. There are, hundreds of thousands of different content creators on YouTube. Some are very famous. Lots of different kids shows that are made just for kids on YouTube. If you want us to review more and something specific, please let us know. The only way we can know is if you let us know. We're watching a lot of content for the podcast, and so it's hard to go out and find new stuff. There's a lot of new movies, new shows coming out. So let us know in the comments on our Instagram and our Discord. If you're a member of our Patreon, you'll have access to that. Go to isthisforkids.com and check out everywhere that you can find us. But Patreon is really fun. Yeah,
you should definitely join the Patreon. If you're enjoying the content and you want to get more of it, check it out over at patreon.com/@isthisforkids, and you'll get access to the Discord. You'll be able to see some bonus content. You'll get to talk to us about maybe some different types of non-media content or non-media parenting discussions.
Yeah.
All over there. And we'd love to see you.
Absolutely.
Hey, there's a lot of content out there, John, for us to navigate as parents.
I'm Jonathan Beard of Blevins.
I'm Katie, MrsRuvi. And let us help you decide.
Is this for kids?